crafters, it's Karen, and welcome to the second annual Diemond Dies Halloween YouTube hop. How exciting is this? So this hop will be similar to our recent Fall is in the Air hop, but for this YouTube hop, our design team members are going to be showcasing some of the newly released Halloween dies. All of the links to the design team members will be below. And we have an extremely talented, very creative group of design team members. So you're going to want to visit each one and get some inspiration for your Halloween crafts. And also, Dee is very generously giving away $100 in Diemond Dies gift certificates. That's right, you have the chance to win up to $100 in Diemond Dies gift certificates. Each design team member will be giving away a $10 gift certificate. So be sure to visit each member's video and leave a comment on their video. Then follow the link below to the Diemond Dies video announcing the hop. Leave a comment on that video letting Dee know that you followed along, and you will be entered to win another gift certificate from Diemond Dies. So, I'm sorry. So, follow along with the hop. All the links are below, as well as all this information will be below. Oh, and remember that all the dies are on sale. So, right now, so you're going to want to use my coupon code, Thanks Karen, when you spend $35 or more, and you're going to receive an additional 10% off, plus free shipping. So that's an excellent deal, especially now that the dies are on sale right now. So, you know, that additional savings is really great. So let me get on with my particular project. For my project, I created a decorative piece of wall hanging, and I used, let's see, I used all of these dies. I used the spooky tree, I used the spider web and the spider, I used the bats, and I used the tombstones. I did not use the witch's boots for this particular project. I also used the picket fence, which I love using that one. That's one of my favorites. I used the Wicked Merchant Movado from My Mind's Eye in paper piecing my image. Really sweet paper collection. And for my background, I used the Chillingsworth Manor paper, a sheet from this. I picked this up at Hobby Lobby. It was $6 on clearance, so I couldn't say no to it. So that's what I used there. And then I used my Witchy Poo Prima Doll stamp. She is adorable, and I love her size too, and you'll see how well she suits these dies. Excuse me. So this is my project. I think it came out really sweet. You could hang it with the seam binding here that I crinkled, and I used my crocodile to create the holes there. So I thought it was really sweet. So what I did was I took a piece of 8x8 cardboard. It's cake board. And I did peel some of the cardboard paper back to reveal the corrugated pieces, you know, look there, just because I really love that raw look to it. I used some black gesso and painted the whole piece of cardboard before laying my paper on. You can see the back there. So I did that, and then I took my sheet of paper, I cut it down to 8x8. I did a little bit of tearing. I distressed the edges. I used my black soot distress ink, and I adhered it with my gel medium. Then I went over it just a little bit, a light coat of white gesso, because I knew I was going to use some sprays, and I wanted the sprays to adhere nicely to the paper. So then I used this group of trees here is actually this stencil. It's called the Mini Branches. Really cool stencil. And I used some of this Art C in the green, and I mixed it with my white modeling paste. This is actually modeling paste, but I did mix it with white so that it wasn't, you know, so dark. And this is the result I got. Really, really cool. So I did that for the background. Then I took my Tim Holtz, this is the Tim Holtz Rickety House die, and I cut this out of chipboard. I painted it with black gesso. Then I sprayed it with different sprays to give it that old wooden, you know, look. I used my Heidi Swapp bronzer. I used some of the Perfect Pearls Perfect Copper spray. This is actually quite beautiful. Used some of that, some different brown sprays, just to give it that old wood look, that, you know, creepy look to it. And I heated it up so that in places where it could bubble. So underneath this, I had sprayed using my Lindy Stamp Gang and some of my shimmers in this yellow-orange tone, knowing that I would place my house here and that glow would shine through the window so that it would look like, you know, the lights were on. So then I took my picket fence, and I had cut this out of gray craft cardstock. I distressed it with the black soot, and I adhered it here. And then I cut my spooky tree out of lightweight black chipboard. And then I did spray it with some of the bronzer and copper also, so that, you know, it added dimension to it. So the house I put on one on dimensionals, and then I put a double stack of dimensionals on the tree so that it would be more in the foreground. And then for my little cute little witch, she's so cute, for her and my tombstone, I tripled up my dimensions so that she would be even more in the foreground. So anyway, this is the tombstone, and I had cut this with black cardstock and then with the gray, and layered it with a dimensional in between, so that it would give that look there, look more dimensional. I paper pieced my Prima doll using my Mind's Eye paper. I colored her face and her hair using my Tim Holtz Distress markers, and I did use some Wink Estella throughout the project. If you could see the tombstone glitters and her hat glitters, my bats glitter as well. I hope it's showing up. Really cool. I wanted to use my spider web die because I just think it comes out so cool. So I decided to adhere it this way, and I just adhered the little spider hanging on here so that the whole, you know, the whole piece would be very dimensional. And then I added another spider web here. Really cool. I went over it with the Wink Estella as well. Not sure if it's picking up there. And then I used the Happy Haunting, this sentiment here, stamped it out and cut it out, and went over it with some Wink Estella as well, and some black soot distress ink, and a little piece of bling, and I put it on dimensional so that it was sitting above the little the layout. So that is my project. I really love the way it came out. I thought it came out really, really sweet. I used some gauze that I had sprayed, not gauze, cheesecloth that I had sprayed for the smoke coming out of the house. So yes, this is my project. So everybody's links, all the design team members, their links are going to be below, as well as all the information regarding the hop and how you can win your gift certificate from Diemond Dies. I will be drawing my winner next week, at the end of next week. So yes, follow all the links and good luck. I hope you win something from Diemond Dies, and enjoy the hop. Bye-bye now.